Witnesses were back in court Thursday in Florida's Stand Your Ground trial. Michael Drejka is on trial for what prosecutors argue was the deadly shooting of an unarmed black man during a dispute over a parking space last year. Defense attorneys say Drejka was defending himself. CBS News national correspondent Manuel Bojorquez has the latest.
Just want to talk to you reference today's shooting.
In the taped interview with detectives, Michael Drejka explained the moment he drew his gun after being shoved to the ground by Marquise McLaughlin last year during an argument over a handicapped parking spot.
Well, the way I was able to draw it, I couldn't level it with one hand, so I had to eventually try and bring my left around for support. Okay. And he made his step towards me, and that was that. How many steps did he make? Just one step.
But prosecutors say surveillance video from the Clearwater, Florida convenience store in July of last year shows McLaughlin, who was unarmed, actually stepped back.
Okay, one more step towards me, and I didn't say a word. It was already out. Okay, what do you do? Fire my weapon. How many times do you fire one time, sir?
Initially, Drejka was not arrested as the Pinellas County Sheriff determined he was protected by Florida's Stand Your Ground law, which allows a person to use deadly force against a threat with no requirement to retreat. After an investigation, prosecutors decided to charge him with manslaughter. Drejka's attorneys are arguing self-defense.
I didn't know who this strange, suspicious man was.
McLaughlin was at the store with his girlfriend Brittany Jacobs and their 3 children. She testified yesterday that she and Drejka got into a heated argument after he saw them park in a handicap spot without a placard.
I wanted to push him away. I just wanted him to just leave me and my babies alone.
Manuel Bojorquez joins me now from Clearwater, Florida. So, Manny, what is next in the trial? Who will take the stand tomorrow?
Well, the prosecution rested today, and what you can expect really is something similar to what we saw from them on the defense side of this, calling up perhaps a medical examiner to talk about the results there, but also the experts on their side. These are people that they're hoping will tell the jury that Marquise McLaughlin maybe acted in a way that put the defendant here under a sense that he was at risk, and that would prop up their argument that this was a shooting that was done in self-defense. The big question, of course, is whether the defense will bring Michael Drejka to the stand to testify in his own defense. That's a big gamble because it would also open him up to aggressive cross-examination.
Well, and there was apparently video shown in court of the defendant, Michael Drejka, reenacting the shooting. What were prosecutors trying to prove by showing that video?
Well, if Michael Drejka does not get on the stand, that was pretty much going to be the only chance for the prosecution to have the jurors hear for themselves what he described to police. In that video, the police asked him, why didn't you call the police to report somebody parking illegally in a handicapped spot? They also asked him about his reaction. And I think what they were trying to do there is to paint some cloud of suspicion in the jurors' minds about whether indeed Michael Drejka was justified in firing that fatal shot.
Well, in addition to Marquise McLaughlin's girlfriend, another witness testified in court yesterday. What was his story?
Yeah, this is a man by the name of Richard Kelly who said months before he had gotten into an altercation with Drejka about that same parking spot. He said he parked there, left it running, went inside to get something to drink, and came back out to this confrontation. He testified that Drejka said something to the effect of, I should shoot you, and he said, I'm not afraid to die, go ahead and shoot. And that then Drejka went back to his car. He did not see a firearm, but the prosecution, they're clearly trying to paint a picture of Drejka as the aggressor in these circumstances. Drejka told the detectives all along that really he was just trying to do the right thing, he felt, by telling people that they weren't supposed to be parking in that handicapped spot, and that when he was shoved, as we saw in that videotape, that he reacted in his best interest, which was, of course, his self-defense in his words. But, of course, that is the big question that the jury will eventually have to decide.
All right, Manuel Bojorquez, thank you very much.
Thank you.